Check it, 1, 2, 3. In the place to be. Man, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Whoo, man, I've had an incredible 2 weeks that, man, I gotta give God the praises for and share because, man, listen, boy, when the enemy come, he come. He was not playing these last couple weeks. Hey, champ, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Holly, how you doing? Thank y'all for showing up today. Man, I've had a really, really interesting week. I tell you. Hold on a second, man. The screen that went down on me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, man, this a tremendous 2 weeks, man. Sorry I could not stream. Thought I was gonna be able to stream last week, man, but man, with the combination of work and school, boy, it came down on me hard. But then on top of that, man, I dealt with some stuff at school. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit later, but man, it's just crazy, man. The things you got to deal with as a teacher, man. It just makes you want to say, I ain't like I got to a point where like, man, I was like, man, y'all can have this. I was like, man, I dealt with some stuff this week, but God is working it out in His own due time. Lots, it's a ton of talk about over the last 2 weeks. I won't dig into everything, but you know what, Nintendo got their playtest going on right now, and of course, I don't think that I don't know Nintendo's thinking. They had to have known that you give NDAs to regular old people, they don't care. They're not gonna keep that NDA. they gonna tell it. And so of course some of that thing from the playtest has been leaked out, and me, I haven't seen any pictures. I wasn't trying to look at any of the pictures, but from what it seems like, from what I've heard from other YouTubers, that it seems like it's going to be a pretty interesting add-on to probably the Switch 2, or maybe even a Switch/Switch 2. What's going on, Dub City? Switch 2 collaboration. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. I love when Nintendo does stuff like this and get the whole industry buzzing and talking. Because if anything, if this industry right now is going to turn around, it's going to be in the hands of Nintendo to make that happen. CMG, what's going on, my guy, man? Let me get y'all on the board real quick. Hold on, CMG. I got Dub City. All right. Uh-oh. Too many ends. All right, got y'all both on the board. Yeah, man, it's just been these last 2 weeks, man, it's been crazy. But speaking of Nintendo, real quick again. I don't know what they was thinking. Think this playtest wasn't gonna get leaked out to the public in some form or fashion. But I like it though. I just like that anything they could add extra value to the Nintendo Switch and the Switch 2 at the same time and get you to kind of like buy into that community. I just hope they do it like kind of similar to how the DS was. That whole little family they had was pretty good. Let's see how CMG boy I'm gonna go back to something he said in the chat. So CMG said, "What's going on, gaming dad?" Said, "What's up, chat?" Said, "New York Yankees versus the Dodgers." Holy smokes! Yeah, that should be a pretty good series. I watched a couple of the Tigers games when the Tigers was, because the Tigers, listen, I'm a Detroit guy, so my Tigers, man, for them to make the playoff and where they was a month ago to come turn that thing around and make the playoffs, to me just tickles my little fancy. So I wasn't expecting them to be the Cinderella, but to get as far as they did, I commend my Tigers. But yeah, that Yankees Dodgers series should be pretty good, man. Definitely something to hang our hats on. I think if I had to pick between two, I'm picking the Yankees, man. They just been super solid, man. I think they get them another chip this year. Basketball season getting ready to start, man. Full effect, if not started already. But yeah, they had the Guardians. Yep. It's hard to call them the Guardians, man. Man, they're the Cleveland Indians, man. That's how I look at it. But yeah, man. But what about them Detroit Lions, boy? Oh boy, Jahmyr Gibbs, get it? He broke that dude ankle so severely yesterday. That dip comeback was so smooth, buddy. That dude didn't know what to do. So shout out to my Detroit Lions. Victory Monday in full effect. But yeah, basketball getting ready to start, man. But I'm not overly excited. I have not been overly excited about basketball in a minute. I believe I think my Pistons might be okay this year, but once again, man, I can't put no spark into that. I gotta see some games first. If they play some good defense, then you know what, I can maybe jump back in and start watching. You know, one thing about Game Pass, you know, I'll let the half of the season go by, and if the Pistons is kind of in it, then you know I can pay a cheaper price and pay for the other half of Game Pass and for the NBA. It's the NBA Game Pass, I think it's what it's called. But back to Nintendo. I know you're kind of here talking about sports, but Nintendo, buddy. I think this playtest is going to turn around and be very, very beneficial to them because the 3DS and DS era, especially the 3DS era, when they had that little game you would play, you would collect little pieces. It wasn't like super hard. It was something to do, and you wanted. I know I wanted to kind of like collect all the pieces. You know, even though I know it wasn't a hard game, I just like to collect the pieces on that thing. And I thought it added a definitely a unique feel. If they can get that and mix that in with what they had on the Wii U, that little system, the communication system, I think that's dope. I think it was dope to kind of walk around different places and have your DS with you and pop up, and you got people that surrounding you that your DS is pinging off of. What's going on, Supersonic Michael J, man? I had a couple of weeks hiatus. School was kicking my tail, man. I couldn't get back, but I had a major issue at my school, man. It really kind of put a bummer into things, but it is what it is. Hoping things are going well. Missing 2 weeks. Hopefully things are all right. They just about, God with it. I was just saying earlier, when the enemy comes, man, he ain't come to play around with. He trying to really, really, get to me. And I'm gonna tell my little story about what happened at my job. Ooh. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. And man, it was crazy. Crazy, man. How, kids, how they think, and the things that they do, how selfish they can be, and they don't care about nothing else about what they want. And I had a kid like that. At my job, put me in a bad situation and lied on me. Oh man, not like a little lie. I mean like a humongous lie. And to a point where I had to write a statement. I had the kids in my classroom write a statement. It was crazy, man. Let me get that second entry on the board for you. Let's go Sonic. Knuckles, tails. Gotcha. All right, you're on the board. Second entry. Oh, you know what? Oh, that's right. This is the second entry tonight. But yeah, man, this, it kind of really, it put me in a really bad situation, and it's hard, man. Cause if you know me, I give my all to these kids, man, and so for them to kind of put me in that kind of situation, man, I was like, man, I was a little salty, man. So have you guys had b-ball tryouts? Yeah, okay, so this is how it happens down here because football is still going on. And so I had to have 2 rounds of tryouts. So my first round of tryouts just allow, I just picked certain kids that, hey, you know what, you get to participate in the real tryouts. So I had tryouts for the real tryouts, and then I'll have official tryouts once football season is over with. Yeah, so yeah, man, I did get a whole lot of talent in. I guess I'll be earning. You know, that's what happens when I eat. I ate dinner and beforehand, and I used to have a piece of gum around here. I don't have my gum around here or nothing. It is what it is. But yeah, so trials have been pretty good. You know, I got a couple of kids. You know, it's always different on the middle school level, man. You know, you get kids that's like, extra soft. You know, kids who play 2K really, really good and think they just automatically got the skills to come from 2K on a video game to real life, and they're really finding out that that's not made for that. Yeah, so, and then it's also hard to kind of like, say cut kids. So, I'm trying to give kids the opportunity to kind of develop. So we've been having like tryout practice. We'll have it all this week, and then we'll have it again next week. And hopefully, from there, we'll see. Let's see. CMG says, I'm losing my mind over Switch 2 reveal. You know what, man? You know what? It almost pains me to say this, but I'm really tired of dealing with the what ifs, and I'm just like, man, just go ahead and reveal the thing already. I mean, it's been 8 years, man, since the original reveal, and just go ahead and show the video, man. You don't gotta give it no release date. Show the video so we can have something to talk about. At this stage of the game, I don't even understand the reason for holding off as long as it has. I read an article today that it said that the Switch 2 might get pushed off to later next year. If they do that, man, I'm gonna be like really upset. Like, man, come on, man. I mean, it's really set up really prime for sometime in May. You got a new park opening up in Florida on May 22nd. You would think right around that April time frame is just perfect to kind of really, really push your console. Suicide Michael J says, a handful of weeks ago, I wasn't sure if you forgot the wheel winners. You know what? I know Quake was the last one. If I didn't get you yours, I know I have cards here. I'll send them off tonight, right off the show. If I did not get you, I believe you did win, but I'll get you. Sonic, he said, I bought $50 for Sonic's Shadow Generation 4. I heard the reviews on that game is pretty good right now. I know I got some children who will probably want that for Christmas, so I'm gonna try to make that happen for them. You see, the verse of the day. Oh man, this is a good one. I listened to this morning. It says, "Bless them that curse you, and pray for them who despitefully use you." You know what, man? That is so true. Like, you know what? And all I could do is pray for this child that's in my classroom who told her this very bold-faced lie on me. You got to just pray for them, man. Sometimes, man, if parents are not teaching kids the importance of the Bible, man, kids will go off and do all kind of crazy things. And and all I can do is say that I'm sorry. And I was like, man, I got to think, man, if this kid gets the opportunity to come back to my classroom, saying how that's going to change the landscape of my classroom. I think about that, man. So, I just pray to God, and pray for me that I have God's spirit with me and I'm forgiving, and, we move on from that. So something to deal with, He said, because they want to outsell the PS2, that's why. Man, they gonna outsell the PS2 anyway. I don't know why they would just push that issue, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But right now, it's like I'm at the stage point. Like, man, listen, we've been talking about this thing way too long, At this stage of the game, I feel like this is child abuse. I believe they can do some other things. They can go ahead and just, put it out there and and get it going. But this is Nintendo at its finest. So I don't want to see it a flop like Sonic Forces or Sonic Colors Ultimate though. From the reviews right now, it's standing like at 80 something. I saw earlier. So and my fact, IGN gave it a 9. I mean, I don't know if that's saying anything because it's IGN, but they did give it a 9 out of 10, which is pretty good. So I hear that expensive pack. I don't think it's like super long, but I heard the story is good. So shout out to Sega. You know what? They're probably gonna get some people that's gonna buy that bad boy, and then in December you got the movie. So I think that was the great 1-2 punch for Sega to get that game out before the movie, get people playing the game, and then had a movie drop, and then get more people to buy the game who didn't even know the game was out. So that's marketing at its finest. Yeah. So yeah, but I did hear a story. Let me see if I can pull that story up. The Switch version of game with very positive reviews, delayed indefinitely. Oh, what game is that? Oh no, I don't care about no Valley Peaks. Hold on real quick. Let me get to where I need to be. Oh, I do want to see Venom. Hold on, good people. I'm trying to get. I guess I'm gonna keep this one. All right, well, listen, I'm gonna come back to that story, but I don't know if I saved it. There's a story I saw earlier that talked about the possibility of the Switch being delayed until later in the year. I kind of wanted to start off with that, but I can't locate it for some reason. Saves. Okay, here it is right here. We'll start off with this one. Let's see. Suicide Mike J said, I haven't played Sonic Generations, so this is 2 games in one for me. The Shadow Side and the middle Sonic boss with the same music as Sonic Heroes final boss. I would tell you Sonic Generations is one of my kids' favorite. They like that game so much that I had to buy it not only on the 360, but I had to buy it also on the DS. I think it came out on 3DS. What's going on, D1? Let me get you on the board while I got you primed and ready to go right here. D Wizzle for shizzle. My nizzle. All right. Let me switch this screen real quick. You would switch it and then have this here. There we go. All right. So rumor Switch 2 release date could be later than expected. According to a new rumor, the tentative name Nintendo Switch 2 console might be hitting stores later than many were previously expecting. So the title, this article came out on the 21st, which is, I believe, today. Yep, it is 21st today. All right, let's scrub. It says the next Nintendo console may not launch until late 2025. The console reportedly did not enter mass production in August, as many believed it would, meaning that it isn't likely to launch during the first quarter of 2025. Okay, let's see. If it didn't, if that's true, then this might just be correct based upon two things. Based upon one, Nintendo saying that their their plan to eliminate scalpers is to produce more units. So if it hasn't went into mass production as of August, that would definitely put them back because a normal release cycle for a system is like 6 months. You get a 6 months run up. Now Nintendo could very well have um, multiple warehouses making systems simultaneously, which could, you know what I'm saying, still give them that same 6 months time period and produce more units than expected. So they could, that could happen. But if they go to the same regular way, I mean, that's a chance, it might have to take. So what do you do? Let's see. Sonic Nugget says I've seen Sonic Generations, but it's been a while. It said Sonic Lost World. I don't have either, but it's really good too. My kids they like Lost World because they had it on the Wii U. But if I had, I know watching them, probably Generations was probably the favorite out of those two. So, all right, let me finish reading. It says, is it according to the latest rumor? And then, what did we leave off at? Let's see. It says the reported the console. No. Okay, so the console will be revealed sometime before the end of the current fiscal year in May 2025. According to the latest rumors, the next Nintendo console might not launch until after the first quarter of 2025. The long-awaited and highly speculated successor to the Nintendo Switch was finally confirmed earlier this year, with Nintendo President Shigeru Furukawa announcing that the console will be revealed sometime before the end of the current fiscal year in March 2025. This has naturally sent the gaming world into a hailstorm of rumors, leaks, and speculations about when exactly Nintendo will reveal its next console, as well as when players can expect to own it. Past rumors have suggested that the reveal would take place sometime in October, but the month is now more than half over without a hint of a new Nintendo gaming hardware. Some sources are now saying that Nintendo did plan to reveal its new console this month, but circumstances have led to this being postponed. In a hidden post on Family Boards, a reported by Comic Book, a user by the handle of randomly random 67 shared details on component shipments that may or may not have been related to the tentative titled Switch 2 console. According to these details, the console did not enter mass production in August, as many believe, meaning that it isn't likely to launch during the first quarter of 2025. Lest Nintendo risk running into supply issues. Ooh, we don't want that. We've been there for that one. It said the company has previously stated that it would like to avoid the shortage. I'm messing all up. Shortage that plagued the launch of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. Okay. It said next Nintendo console might not. Okay, I read that already. I'm not gonna go through reading all this stuff again. Okay. Okay. All right. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that one. If this article is true, that which would be super jacked because I mean, I could deal with the summer, man, but dang, you know what? If you push it all the way out to like September of next year, man, that's just a long time. And Nintendo will probably try to find some way. I don't think that happens, man. I think after this Christmas, the drop off of Switch sales is going to be drastic because they have no other games planned. What other games? Listen, we've seen the Partners Directs and all these other directs and the games they have coming out even after Donkey Kong for the Nintendo Switch is very, very bare. If that was the case, that would mean Nintendo would need to either have another Nintendo Direct and reveal some stuff, or they run the risk of not having a Direct at all and going this long and not revealing anything. I just don't believe that. I do not believe Nintendo's going to go that long. You tell me not have a Direct and not have some stuff ready for that system to go to kind of keep selling. I mean, that just don't seem like the smartest thing to do. Sales for their console, especially here in the largest market, is down. They are number 3. They've been number 3 for a minute this year. Xbox Series X is selling more than these Switches, and so you're at those levels. I mean, even though they're still cranking them out over there in Japan, but Japan can't carry the whole company, and they know this. That's why I don't know if I believe this particular story. I think Nintendo would probably rather risk the supply shortage, because the supply shortage issue is a good thing for the company because they're in high demand. And you know what? And everyone's going to be talking about it. It's going to be on everybody's wish list for years to come. You think Nintendo don't want that to happen? You think these companies, they want to sell. They want to sell to you systems, but it's nice when they produce systems, and as they produce them, they know they're already sold. So I'm sticking with my gun. I'm not buying too much into this particular rumor here. I just don't think Nintendo, unless Nintendo got a plan to release some more more software on the current Switch, with your fall Direct already gone, and you just have Donkey Kong, and you got Mario Brothers ship, of course, that's next month. You think they're just gonna just let that's gonna be it? Nah. No, I can't. No, I can't think that. I don't think that's not the smartest move. Like, what else could they have shown? I don't think that's it, man. You think they were scraping the bottom of the barrel with these last 3 games, even though Zelda is pretty good. I think the Brothership game is going to be pretty good. I think the Mario Party Jamboree is probably going to be a good, fun family game, especially for the holidays. I think those games sell well. But they don't have anything planned for the new year. And so right now, like, you know what? You're going to see them Switch sales tank tremendously. Them bad boys are going to tank right after Christmas. Watch them sell. I'm telling you, watch the sales after Christmas, maybe like that second or third week in January. I mean, listen, I don't think this is the best move for Nintendo, but man, who am I? I'm just a guy who likes games. All right, let's go back to some comments. He said, did you buy Echoes of Wisdom? That game was awesome. I did buy it, but my son is playing it right now. It was kind of a trick, I was like, hey man, if you do A, B, and C for me, I'll let you play the game first. And so I don't have the heart to take it back from him yet. He ain't quite finished with it. So, but he's liking it quite a bit. What's going on? Infinite Resurgent. IR. Not AI, but IR. He says, if Switch 2 isn't announced this month, then when the heck they're going to do it? They needed to do it already, announce it by now. I agree. I'm still like, I've always, not gonna say always, but probably the later half of this year, I've always said October. I think they're gonna marry it. It's gonna be close to their investors meeting, if not the day before. and I believe the investors meeting is early November. So I'm still believing that it could be announced. It could be announced even as late as the first week of November, right before the investors meeting. I don't think you get past November without announcing for this year. I think if it doesn't get announced by that first week of November, it's a next year announcement because it's too close to the holidays, and you know what? They're not going to disrupt that holiday train because they really need to sell as many Switches as possible to meet their current allotment. And this investors meeting is really going to tell you a lot. And once they get those numbers in, it's really going to tell you a lot of the direction Nintendo decides to go, and what can be planned. I'm telling you, the numbers are going to tell you. If those numbers ain't looking like they should, I'm gonna stick to my guns because it's gonna be early. But if the numbers show like, man, Nintendo is cranking them along and they're kind of still on target to make that 13 million, then I can see it being pushed back. That was a great question though. I don't think I'm still sticking to, hey, I still feel in my heart that it's gonna be end of October. So it could very well be this week / next week / within these next 3 weeks if it's going to release before the first half of next year, then I believe that we'll get an announcement within these next 3 weeks. I say more closely to the investors meeting though. That's my bet. Steve M, man, what's going on, man? I see your Packers, man, pulled it out yesterday. That was a good game. But Steve M got a good question, buddy. We have not addressed this elephant. Ooh. Nintendo didn't do a proper direct, then released an overpriced alarm clock. Very, very disappointing. Okay. I am disappointed, right, because they did not do what I thought they were going to do. However, man, I want one of them clocks. I'm just not paying $99 for that. I said, what? $99? If they would have said $60, I'd have been all over it. But $100? Oh, come on, Nintendo. What you thinking about? Let me get Steve on the board and IR. Let me get you on the board real quick. Gotcha. Steve M. All right. Gotcha. Alrighty. Okay, so yeah, man, that clock, man, that was something. I was like, oh man, but I want one. I ain't gonna front. I'm not gonna sit here and say, I'm not. I want one. I just don't want to pay for one. Oh, matter of fact, let's look at real quick before we look on that clock. This was the sales charts from last week, from October the 10th in Japan. Let's see if I got enough information from it. Okay, so I want to look at the hardware. So let's look at the hardware. So last month in Japan, let's see. So you had 38,451 Switch OLEDs, but you had almost 20,000 Switch Lite. That's a lot. So you're looking at what that's 50, almost 58, and plus 6, so that's 58. So that's 64,000 in 1 week. I mean, that's still pretty good for a console that's like at its wit's end. And the software is absolutely killing it in Japan with only one PS5 title. Everything else is Nintendo Switch. Good old Minecraft. This is still chugging along. Mario Kart 8. This is still chugging along. You know, to sell 6 million units in one area, that's crazy. But man, it's 7.7. They almost at 8 million Animal Crossing. That's crazy. Crazy. But I wish we had data for the U.S. You know, for the U.S., they just tell you like, hey, you know what, they're selling, but they're not selling. Hold on, let me see. I was trying to find. I know I had an article saved for that clock. But I don't have it. But you're right, Steve. Hey, Geeky. He said, I know Astrobot. Hold on, go back to Steve's comment real quick. He said, I know Astrobot is likely getting Game of the Year, but I am impressed with Metaphor. Hey, I bet you Metaphor probably get Game of the Year even over Astrobot. Because Astrobot is, for what I see, is pretty good. But he says Echoes update for what? Oh, yeah, I think you've seen that article flash up. I think it was just just like a version update. So that it probably has some bug fixes and things of that nature. Hey, Geek, let me get you on the board, though. Let's see. Geeky. Check. Geeky 2. And I got Steven. All right, I'm good. Did you get that alarm clock? I did not get the alarm clock. Nope. I did not. Even though I want one. I'm not gonna lie. I put it on my Christmas list. And I doubt if I get it. But I want one. I just don't want to pay for one. I would prefer that somebody else was nice enough to pay for it for me. But I don't want to pay I don't want to pay $100. I was like, man, that is crazy. That is a crazy amount of money for a toy clock. He's there. The wheel is rigged. But nope. I thought about it, Geeky. I really, really thought about it. I said, nope, not $100. I got Christmas. I got too many other gifts to buy for other people, so no. But back to Steve. Hold on. Let me read Geeky's comment real quick. Geeky says, me either. Too expensive for what it is, but maybe when Animal Crossing comes onto it, ooh, you might listen. If they had an Animal Crossing one, to me, they could very well have different themed clocks, and they would probably sell like crazy. Especially an Animal Crossing one would be like, oh man, that would be dope. If it's somehow, some way linked to your game, and kind of like wake you up, like, all right, it's time to water your plants. You will be all about that. I mean, that will be dope. That I ain't gonna front. That would be so sweet to have a clock, an Animal Crossing clock that kind of reminds you of the things you need to do within your own land, so you would have scheduled time to kind of, make sure you take care of it, so your island be dope. I like that. Keep coming with the questions. Let me see. I got Geeky, but yes, I'm with Steve. Steve, I think this game. I am saying that this Metaphor game is probably Game of the Year, even on Astrobot. Just from how I've watched other people play it. It's like, man, if I was really into RPGs like that, I would so enjoy this game, but I'm just not. All right, but real quick, I did pre-order an Analogue 4K in Nintendo 64. I'm not gonna lie, pre-order for this system went up today at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I made sure that I was in line to get one. I love analog products. They just take so long to get to get to you. But as long as I'm not in a rush, I know it's coming. I love the fact that I always wanted. I have a Nintendo 64, but connecting it to a really nice TV, the games look absolutely garbage. So I already had to keep some kind of TV around to kind of to keep it balanced. To know this bad boy got a 4K option, I can play it on my TV. I was like, I'm all in, and cause I have a ton of Nintendo 64 cartridges that they're just sitting around. So it was either this or a portable Nintendo 64 that I can, I would love to have that too. But uh, I'm definitely the price is okay. 250 is a pretty good price. The original was 200. I would like for it. It would be nice for it that it was $200, but it's 250 even without a controller. Thank God I have controllers. But still, I think you at 250 they could have added a controller. So really, if you add this and you add a controller to it, you're looking at at almost 300 plus 340 probably with taxes. So luckily, I have an 8-bit DO controller that I can probably use on it, and I have some original Nintendo 64 controllers that I bought from a couple of resellers. So I should be okay. But I was looking at old games today to buy. But I think this is gonna be, if you're a Nintendo 64 guy like I am, I think this is gonna be a great little piece of hardware. I don't know how much it get used though. That's the only thing about it. I'm definitely gonna play 007. You know what I'm saying, on this system with my kids. It was the Nintendo 64 was always like the best couch co-op system because of the 4 ports and some of the games you could play locally. So it's gonna be interesting. Gigi said that would be cool. Yeah, that would be dope to have that clock time in and tell you to do certain tasks, and you know what? You have certain characters pop up with the different music. Now all I need, if that clock came out and it had all your different eShop themes, because because the Wii theme music is so good, I will be all about that. See, that's the reason why I want it. I wanted so I could play some of these old tunes and go to sleep off of it. Do 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 do. Let's see. But that would be a good mobile app or watch app. Oh man, yeah. Listen, if Nintendo was smart, and they are a smart company, man, you drop Animal Crossing and you have an app for your phone that ties in to the game, which also has a watch app with it. Oh, buddy, they would sell so many of them things. Sonic Knuckle says alarm clock looks cool. I don't know if it was $100, too pricey, but would be cool. Yeah, it's just a little too much. And that price is not coming down. No going on sale. Steve says instead of an alarm clock, Nintendo should have made a smartwatch. Ooh wee, man, you are right. They should have made a smartwatch. That would have been dope. Oh man, and you know what? They've been messing around with the technology, because when you go to Nintendo World, they give you like this kind of like watch band that you got to use for the different events. And speaking of that, you know what? They got a release date for the Nintendo World. I think it was May 22nd. Oh man, I'm going this year. I'm even on front. We have made an executive decision. We are going as a family. We're like, oh yeah, we're going. Steve says, I'm waiting to see if Analogue does the fantastic colors like the original Nintendo 64. They probably will, but it will be late. It's not going to happen right away. Ruben, my guy, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? Welcome. Oh, man. Oh, I wanted to I kind of wanted to wait to a little bit of the show, man, to tell you what was going on with me. Why I kind of have not been on the these last couple of weeks has been like crazy for me. Um, I've had crazy amount of homework from my college classes. This wasn't expecting them to pile it on like that quick, and so it just kind of just threw me behind the eight ball. But I also had like a major issue in my school where I had one of my students kind of lie on me, like not like no small lie, like a big, humongous. My guy Ruben, man, man, Ruben, man, you the man. I appreciate you, my brother. Ruben with the super chat. Thanks, man, for the hugs, man. I appreciate you. That was super dope, man. But yeah, man, let me go back to my story. I was she told a really, I mean, absolutely terrible lie with a lie that could have cost me my job. And thank God, man. You know what? I had to write a statement, and you know, everybody in my classroom had to write a statement, and that was crazy. And you know, but luckily, everybody's statement in the classroom matched. You know, all matched. And you know, it just really everybody in the classroom, and it is just her in this statement. And man, it was just you know, that I didn't like that day. I had to go home and take me a nap. I was like, you know what, that was stressful because you're like man, listen, I didn't even do nothing, but you know, in this state of, you know, people can say certain things about you, and you know, it'll ruin your reputation. It's one of them things. It's like, man, let me try to lie and say I'm doing certain things. One of the things she said I did though, was really got me mad. She said I was teaching critical race theory. That I was teaching that black people were superior to white people, and I was like, what? I said, man, I'm the least racist guy I know. Oh man, so I was like, oh, that crushed me right there. But the other thing she said, boy, that was like, man, this girl got her own agenda. Yeah, but man, it was crazy. But you know what? I really listen. I hate to say that. I really hope this girl don't get to come back to my classroom because it's gonna be uncomfortable. You know, I can't. I listen. I don't know how to. I haven't figured out a way. How do I respond to that? You know, I know I'm a man of God, and I will, you know, approach her in a certain, I'll still treat her kindly and things of that nature because that's just in my spirit. But you know, I ain't better trust to say nothing around this girl. You know, this girl might try to get me fired again over some nonsense. She took something that was. She took okay. So all right, I'm gonna say it. So I have a pair pro in my classroom, and we was having a discussion, and the discussion was about, you know, creating a safe place for our daughters to communicate. And my pair pro asked me, like, you know what, have you asked your daughter if she is sexually active? And now if I asked, I say I ask all my kids, but as a father, I don't want to hear that my daughter out there doing it. I don't want to hear that. And this girl in my classroom took that and put her own spin on it. And when that spin, when I say it was so overly dramatic, man, I said, man, listen. It took the life of me in this meeting. Cause they tried to, they did it like, it's kind of like try to set me up almost like. I was like, man, listen, that ain't me. That ain't my character. So let me write my statement. I'm a big boy. This is what it said. I do remember that conversation, but that conversation wasn't that. So crazy. Gigi says, oh wow, sorry that happened. Very crazy / stressful. My whole career, and one lie, she came for not just my career, but my family. You know, you ever had somebody come in and attack your family over a lie because she didn't get her way? I said, man, oh man, buddy, if this was 1988. Remember them old cartoons, like Looney Tunes? They be like, how many lumps would you take? Oh, 3 or 4. Oh man, it just oh man, that situation was tough, man. I went home and went to sleep. Yeah, but the blessing was, this happened like the week before, like like on Friday. So this past week, the blessing was she didn't have to be in my class at all. So they figured out a way to keep her away from me, which was good. I had I could do other things. But you know what? The bad part about it, I would see this girl in the hallway, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just, I'm still gonna be me. But she just had these looks, she just tried her best to avoid me because she knows she wrong. You know, she knows she was wrong for that. Says D1 says, man, I completely understand that. Gave me that. I recently had a student try to say that I was being racist, even though I was working for HBCU and I used to be a student there. I know, right, man. Just like, you know what? It would be different, man, if I like every day I'm pouring out my heart to these kids. He said, it would be your own people. Listen, but this one wasn't my own. She not my own. That's the key. She, I was like, but on top of that, I was like, man, I pump life into these children every day. I give them the word of God every day. And this girl and maybe her family are just used to getting their own way. And which is sad, when you as a parent believe everything your child say, and your child is placed in my classroom. I mean, you gotta be some kind of kid to get placed into my classroom. It's like, it's a history of these things, but you still take her stuff as face value and not even question me, but instead, try to, get my job taken away. But you know what? I just could not do nothing but just pray for him. That's all I can do. He said, it be your own people, right? Listen. Oh, I got some story about my own people too, which is extra funny, but I'll say that one for another day. It says, kids forget that they have their own interpretation of what you say, not consider the depths of truth of what was actually said. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what? Some of these kids are master manipulators, man, and they'll take what you say to the depths and will flip it to their own benefit, which is crazy. I know it was a couple other stories that I missed. I know I saw. Listen, I couldn't find the story, but I know everybody saw the drawings of the switch and the dock, and to be honest, I believe them things is probably true. I believe them things is probably true. But I think that drawing is probably a legit drawing, if I had to bet. Let's see. So back to the Switch online playtest. New features, playtest details reported leaked online. All right. So from what I've watched, I'm not gonna read this article, but from what I watched, it's a new Steam Deck sideline or delayed. I believe it's probably going to be delayed. And my reasoning for saying that is not because, let me take it back. I believe it's going to be sidelined. I believe, Valve is smart. They know it's really no pressure for Valve to say, we got to have a Switch 2. I mean, a Steam Deck 2. They know it's got to come, but when it comes, it's going to be right. But there's no pressure for them to release. I believe if you look at it, I think it's more pressure on Nintendo than Valve. But I will tell you this here. Whenever the day comes, when Valve announces this, Steam Deck 2, I'm there. I am there. I am a supporter of Valve ever since I bought my first Steam Deck. Now, super duper like the Steam Deck OLED. So whatever new iteration of that system if it has some key upgrades and I'm looking for, like better battery life, I'm in day one. Better battery life, or they can shrink it down just a tad bit, not make it so big. I'm with it. Day one. Sonic Hotel says, if I may ask, Gaming Dad, how do you teach schoolwork in a biblical sense, especially when people tell you to teach things that aren't true? Gender identity, critical race theory, gender affirming care, etc. That's a very good question. I am very honest. Down here, I would listen. I don't know. I forgot where you read. Sonic Knuckle Tales. I tell you, there's a difference between the North and the South. You know, down here in the South, man, yeah, they don't care about that. You know, they like I got a kid in my class who chooses to want to be called a different name, and I don't pay no attention to that. I was like, listen, what's your name on this paperwork? I was like, your name, what name on your paperwork? Your name on the paperwork, then that's how I address it. But you know what? In my classroom, I can teach social skills where we can talk about those things in a respectful manner. You know, I'll express my opinion on critical race theory. I was like, you know what? We can't pick and choose what part of history to put to the side. If it's history, it's history. You know what? Yep, we got. It's some people that were black that was bad. You know what? And it was some people that was white that was bad. You know what? It is what it is. But it's history. No matter if it's, no matter if you like it or not. No matter if it make you look good or not. It's history. You know what? I think we should concentrate on teaching people to have their own form of thoughts and be able to critically think and synthesize information to be able to get the best response out of people. We should be teaching those kind of skills, and you know what? And you can do that with history and the things of the past. You know what? You want to learn about history because you don't want to repeat it. You know, we celebrate the stuff like the Holocaust every year. I mean, and I understand why. You know what? You don't want a repeat of the Holocaust. So you know what? Yeah, you want to teach that. I don't want to repeat of slavery of any kind. So yeah, you should teach that. Like you should teach this is what people did. You know what? It was like people want to tell you like, it wasn't no black slave owners, but yeah, it was. However, it was way more white slave owners than black. You know what? So let's not get it twisted. So yeah. You said near Buffalo. Okay. So yeah, it's different up north, man. You like if I was living in Michigan, I couldn't teach this way. And I would probably I'd probably be in kind of trouble. But down here in the South, it's a little different. They're a little bit more rebel down here. You know, they do a lot of stuff. Like matter of fact, they're having like this big school prayer thing on Wednesday at the school. You know, you wouldn't hear about something like that up north. And one of the reasons why I like teaching down here in the South. This is CMG says I don't even know what this online playtest program is all about. Okay, so I've watched a couple of videos. Your boy Switch Force, he just dropped a video that was pretty good. It was pretty on par with what other people are saying about it. It's a game. This playtest is a game, and the game is in the mindset of a Minecraft style Roblox game for Nintendo, and it's an online game, and it's like you all are building this world together. And so any person that has a Switch, I believe, can be a part of this humongous world in which you can be a part of and build. And so you can have like your own piece of that world that's unique to you and can't be changed by anybody else, but people can come by and check it out. So the playtest is, I mean, I haven't. There are videos and stuff out there, but Nintendo is snatching them down left and right, and um, I would just sit back and wait for more details. I would guarantee within the next maybe 3 to 4 days, you're gonna find all kind of stuff popping up online. Nintendo's not gonna be able to keep up to strike everybody that's posting stuff. So all that information and videos will get out there in due time. Matter of fact, I think if I'm correct, this playtest is official on the 23rd. So that's in a couple of days. So we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. But I mean, I applaud Nintendo for the creativity, because once again, they've done something that have got the community in a buzz to trying to figure out what's going on. So I'm with that, especially because I was a big fan of the Wii U kind of like Street Pass thing they had on the Wii U, and Street Pass itself on the DS was like super dope, super dope. Love that aspect. It made the system just a tad bit more unique. All right, let's see. All right, so this is another article I seen today. Nintendo Switch 2 is ready, and its release date has been revealed by Games Boss. I think this article I heard of this article like last week, but I'm gonna read it real quick. It said a release window for the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 has been revealed by the CEO of games accessory company, according to a report. Nintendo previously said that it would reveal details of a successor to the Switch, currently known as Switch 2, before the end of the current fiscal year. In other words, before March of 2025. There hasn't been an official news from Nintendo since the announcement was made back in May, but a Metro report claims the boss of a video game accessories company called Blade has revealed that it's likely the new console will drop. Okay, what it says. So Ruben, whatever his name is, the CEO of Blade, which was reported to be making accessories for the Nintendo Switch 2, he had appeared on a podcast for a Spanish website, Vando. He said the console is done and ready, and that his company has access to versions of the hardware that are nearly completely finalized. He said the console dubbed Switch 2 by fans will launch in either March or April next year. He said he speculates the release date will depend on Nintendo's financials for the current fiscal year, believing it would launch in March if sales are below expectations, or at the start of the new financial year in April if the figures are solid. Woo! That comes after recent images of a render of Nintendo Switch 2 console that leaked online were said to be genuine by tech experts. There hasn't been an official. Okay, I'm not reading more. Okay, so, this seems likely. I mean, the mere fact that I'm telling you, Nintendo is about, this guy who's at the head of Nintendo is a former finance guy. Shigeru Furukawa is the former finance guy for Nintendo. He about dollars and numbers, and I can so foresee, like, hey, making that decision based upon financials. Nintendo is going to know at the end of January where they stand. They're going to know before they have their financial meeting. They're going to know. So knowing before the end, and they usually have like a financial meeting in, like, I believe it's like February. They're going to know how they did over the holiday, and that's going to give you the indication. But they're going to know before then. They're going to know what sales look like in December. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this all kind of unfolds. But my bet is that Nintendo, they release it. They release this thing early, man. I think anything later than that, I think you done went too far. You done overstayed your. I mean, they really have overstayed their weapon, but they keep selling them things. They selling them things in other markets. You know what? But I'm telling you, they're not selling this well over here in the States. And so that I would love to be able to get those numbers because that would really, really tell you. But to tell me that you're number third, that you know what, you're behind the Xbox, that's saying something. If you're behind the Xbox, and we already know that Xbox is maybe 2 or 3 times behind the PS5, you know what? Time for a change. That's right, CMG. Let's go. Let's go ahead. Right. They need to just stop playing around. Go ahead and get this thing loaded and ready to go. Let's see. All right, so Banjo-Kazooie, I believe the story here is about Banjo-Kazooie coming out on the 25th, I believe. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie coming on Nintendo Switch online on the 25th. Banjo-Kazooie, man, was a good game. I still say that Mario 64 was, to me, a better game than Banjo. I think Banjo might have played different, but Mario was like, man, Mario 64, man, was such a fun game. That music was so so good. All right, Black Myth Wukong is getting a physical edition for the PS5. Pre-orders are live now. This says after more than 18 million sales, Black Myth Wukong is officially getting a physical release on the PS5, and you can pre-order a copy now at major retailers. Wukong physical edition listed currently have placeholder dates, but we'll update the article once an official release date is revealed. From what I hear, that it released already. According to Spawnwave said that it was supposed to release today. So I don't know how this works. So the release date for the upcoming Xbox Series X/S version of Black Myth Wukong hasn't been announced yet, although this is reportedly due to a non-publicized exclusive clause between Sony and Game Science. You know what? I do want this game, but I kind of wanted it on my handheld. But I think, you know what? I might have to get it on PlayStation. Mm-hmm. Red Dead Redemption 2 native PS5 port possibly leaked. Well, I bet you that's gonna look good. It looks like Rockstar Games is working on a native Red Dead Redemption 2 PS5 port. If any employee's resume, if any employee's resume is anything to go by, Red Dead 2 current gen release has been rumored for a while and was confirmed to be in development at one point by an internal Microsoft document, but it has been reported that Rockstar canceled the port. Will the rumor Red Dead Redemption 2 PS5 version coincide with the PS5 Pro? Oh, that's a good question. I would believe yes. I mean, that would be a great launch game to have side by side. I think that benefits Sony tremendously if they can make that happen. Yes, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say we're going to find out maybe at the Game Awards. You know what? The Game Awards, man, is coming around the corner. It's like 2 months away. I mean, Christmas really is like a couple months away. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So be on the lookout for that if you're a big Red Dead 2 guy. Let's see. Pokemon MMO leaked code name Rodeo. I think this is incredibly smart for them to do an MMO based upon Pokemon. I mean, I think this has the potential if they can make that bad boy be cross play with Switch, PC, and mobile, buddy, they got a hit. Well, no, I doubt it'd be on PC, but even they did like mobile and Switch, boy, they gonna have a hit. Man, oh man, will they have a hit? I've always said like, man, Pokemon MMO, this like Pokemon fighting game was to me like Pokken Tournament is like such a good fighting game for Pokemon. That's one game they should definitely redo for this next generation. Pokemon live action show seemingly in development with Netflix. Live action Pokemon? What? Detective Pikachu said, as I am sure you are aware that by now that there was a huge Pokemon leak last night. Game Freak servers were breached. One of the many things that have now emerged is that the Pokemon Company has been working alongside Netflix to help develop a Pokemon live action show. The show, which doesn't have where is it? The show, which doesn't have a title just yet, was planned to be released this year, and the first season is noted to be 8 episodes long. The Pokemon Company has a history of teaming up with Netflix, so it will be interesting to see the debut trailer for this one. Yeah, live action Pokemon? That might be good. So Sadamako Tell says, I'm starting to like Picross again. I was never a fan of Picross. You know what? As a matter of fact, I looked at the game, thought about buying it, but I never got into it. So, and it probably my cup of tea because I like puzzles. So puzzle making pixels are based on numbers. Yeah, anything to make you think. I like games like that. So, I'm trying to think of anything else. Let me take a quick glance of everybody else's site real quick to kind of see where we are at. Let's get GameSpot. Let's look at this. What does it say? This creepy new horror game unravels a mystery using a cursed photo album. Yeah, see, that's probably crazy. The New Zealand-based indie team Cold Out has revealed a paranoia mystery game which is played using a photo album of real life people, not in-game renderings. Yeah, see, you know what? Notice how the pictures are not like very sharp, so you know it kind of gets you guessing. That see, had me having nightmare peeing on myself. Let's see. Oh wait. Valve won't release new Steam Deck model yearly. Steam Deck 2 will be a generational leap. Oh, let me read that last statement again. Steam Deck 2 will be a generational leap. Until a new model of Steam Deck can get a significant performance boost without losing battery life, Valve won't release a successor. Shout out to Valve, man. That's how you do it, buddy. Listen, set a standard. You gotta have good battery. These handhelds have to have good battery life. The Rogue Ally is terrible. Even though like it gives you the performance, but man, you gotta have something attached to that bad boy at the jump. The Legion Go is a nice system, but you gotta have a legit power bank on the side plugged in so you can enjoy it. The Switch OLED is phenomenal. Great battery life. You can play it as it is. It is a true handheld gaming experience. The Steam Deck OLED, another great experience. Kind of reminds you battery life of the original Switch, but this is a great system. I wish it had better battery. That's my only complaint. So on this next one, I want to see this generational leap, and I would love to see a generational leap in the battery technology. They got to figure that out. Let's see. I'm gonna read this story real quick. So the Steam Deck 2 would not get a yearly iteration, like the iPhone, according to one of its designers. Though the Steam Deck 2 will likely happen at some point. In an interview with reviews.org, spotted by The Verge, Steam Deck designer Lawrence Yang said, "We're not going to do a bump every year. There's no reason to do that." He elaborated that he felt it was unfair to customers to offer an incremental improvement each year. He said, "We really do want to wait for a generational leap in compute without sacrificing battery before we ship the real second generation Steam Deck." The answer matches prior statements Valve has made. On several occasions last year, Valve employees stated that a more powerful Steam Deck will be years away, late 2025 at the earliest. Valve engineers, explained that the part of the Steam Deck brand, at least for now, is that every model can play the same games. Valve doesn't want to change that until Steam Deck performance gets a significant boost without losing battery life. Later in the interview, Yang did note that Valve is working on a Steam successor. The Steam Deck did get an upgrade last year in the form of a Steam Deck OLED, which improved battery life and display quality. The Steam Deck popularity has resulted in a variety of competitors, including the Asus ROG Ally, which got Steam OS support in August. Woo! Geeky said, "Glad, because I hated how the OLED Steam Deck came out so soon." Right. But I'm glad I upgraded. I will say that. I'm so glad that I made that decision to upgrade. Probably one of the best decisions I could have made. Cause that OLED is really, really nice, and it did give it definitely a battery jump. Let's see. Steam Deck 2, boy, that's a day one purchase for me. I'll be there. Did anybody pick up Silent Hill 2? So Silent Hill 2 patch improves Steam Deck performance, fixes PS5 crashes. I just want to read about the Steam, because I said I was going to pick this up. I would prefer to pick it up on my Steam Deck, but I would pick it up on my PS5 because it's one of them games that you want to be on the console. I don't know if I want to be in handheld, getting scared and have the thing jump on my head and land on the floor and I'm looking stupid because I got scared. Let's see. Fix somewhere. Fix it where it crashes in Steam. Okay. Oh, it's got a lot of fixes, I see. Okay, all right. I'm not going through all of this here. Let's look at Steam. It said reduces visual glitches when using latest version of India. Okay. All right, so this is a bunch of stuff. Feel free to read it. I'm not going over our stuff today. but it got a patch. Silent Hill 2. Um, how long is Black Ops 6 campaign? Here's what we know so far. I'm going to believe this is gonna probably be about it. Man, that launches this week. Ooh wee. I wonder how soon I can start downloading that bad boy. To the next big Call of Duty game, Black Ops 6 launches on October the 25th, which is probably, I think that's this Friday. Many might be wondering how long the campaign will take to complete. That remains to be seen, but one of the game's senior developer has informed fans about the length they should expect and how it compares to the franchise's past. IGN reported that the associated creative director, blah, 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 of Black Ops 6 campaign is slightly longer than the 2020 Black Ops Cold War. Okay, now Cold War was a pretty good campaign. Okay, I can dig that. That campaign was really, really good. I probably should have finished it, but it was good. All right. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. I know one game I'm not buying. I'm not convinced Horizon makes sense as a Lego game. And I listen, when I seen this game, I was like, I am not impressed. Was not impressed at all. Like, you know what are we doing here? What are we doing? All right. I just want to say that real quick. This is mm, 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 mm. PS5 exclusive. Spider-Man 2 is coming to PC in record time. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, this game is coming to PC. It says the wait for Spider-Man 2 on the PC is almost over. The PlayStation 5 exclusives about Peter Parker's showdown with Venom arrives on Steam in January of next year. Unfortunately, it will still require a PSN login. He says Sony announced that the latest PC port during the New York Comic Con in 2024 originally launched on the PS5 in October 2023. Marvel Spider-Man 2 will be available to play on Steam starting January 30th, 2025. Speaking of New York Comic Con, CMG, man, listen, if you still on listening, man, listen, man, tell us about your experience, because you know your boy CMG went to Comic Con, and I told him, I said, man, you gotta make content, man. So it's you gotta videotape some of that stuff out there, man. You out there in it. So I would like to know his experience about that situation. If you don't mind sharing it, my brother, if you still on the line. If not, I'm gonna keep on rolling and scrolling to the next. Oh wow. First of all, I didn't know was this a thing, but now that I know, Amazon's God of War TV show is starting over from scratch. Yikes. So you're not going to see that no time soon. It says Sony's God of War TV show is currently in development at Amazon and is reporting getting a reboot 2 years after it was first announced. Yikes. The adaptation has lost its showrunner and head producer as the company reportedly looked to take the existing script in a different creative direction. Uh-oh. Don't. First of all, man, listen, hey, I didn't know that God of War had a TV show in the works. That's good to know. I'm glad about that. But if it's just not rebooting, yeah, there'll be some years before you see that. All right. Let me see if I can. Let's see what's going on with this PlayStation. You know what? Speaking of VR headsets, I want me an Oculus. I just wanted to play Batman. I put that on my Christmas list. I was like, I want one just so I can play Batman. D1 in the building says, why is there a TV show when The Rock is going to be in a movie? I don't know. To me, The Rock could be a pretty good Kratos, but he would have to do something about his voice. Oh, Geeky, this is a good question. Geeky, I was going to, but I decided not to. The upgrade didn't benefit me enough to make the jump. Now, I did get a new watch. I did get. I was not turning down the black in this watch, so I did get a new watch, but I did not pre-order an iPad Mini because my old one still does everything I need to do, and they would have fixed some things that would have been minor, but not enough to make that jump to say, all right, let me go ahead and buy it. So even though it would be nice to have Apple Intelligence, but like I didn't get a new phone. I was like, I just I'll get Apple Intelligence. I'm gonna get all the features. There's some camera features I definitely wanted on the 16. But I was like, it didn't make any sense to get a now my wife is probably gonna get a 16. I probably just, but I'm not gonna get a new phone either. I'll probably have to hold tight and wait till next year. Oh, I didn't think about that, Geeky. Geeky, you gonna make me spend some money. So I'm trading mine in for it. Ooh. Oh man. Man, when did that thing come out? You might be right. I need to listen. I don't know why I traded in everything and why that didn't come as an option. Why did I even think about it? I might, just because it does have a faster transport port on it. And that screen might be a tad bit better. And I really like my iPad Mini. It's a great little companion. So why not get VR sunglasses? Whew. I do want those glasses where I can be able to play my game, or like on a plane or whatever. The Batman game only comes on the Oculus. It's like exclusive to the Oculus, and that's one reason. But I did see some glasses that I was like, dang, that'd be kind of dope just to kind of have. So I mean, it's. I'm getting $230 trade event. I thought almost okay. That's almost half off. Oh man, I don't know, Geek. I just might. You got me thinking about it now. Like, oh no, I might. I just might. I'm thinking about that one. That's. I might. I just might have to swing by an Apple store and say, "What's up, my aunt?" When does that iPad Mini come out, Geeky? CMG says, I also like the fact that PlayStation games are coming to PC more. As a consumer, I do like it. But if I was a Sony fanboy, I would hate it. Because of the fact that you invest into the system. Really, I think at the end of the day, this is going to cause the demise of PlayStation as a brand, because the brand is not going to be strong, because what they're doing is really forcing more people to go say, why spend my money on this PS5 when I can just get me a PC? That's the first thing I said when I seen the PlayStation Pro. I said, man, why would I spend this money on this system? I might as well spend a couple more extra dollars and get me a dope PC and call it a day. Wednesday. Oh, man, oh, man. No, say it ain't so. Wednesday. Oh, what am I doing on Wednesday? Oh, you know what? No, I gotta work. That's why I'm gonna miss out on Wednesday. But maybe, nah, I can't do it. If it was Tuesday, oh, I would probably make that happen. I might have to play hooky. Haven't heard that term in a long time. D1 says, yeah, those I forgot the company that makes those AR glasses. That you could connect to your systems. But I seen like a new updated version of those glasses, and man, I was kind of impressed. I just wonder how the battery life is on it. CMG says, my thing is, what is Sony doing with it? Why is Sony doing that anyway? It's about money. You know what? You make a game, you make it exclusive for PlayStation. You know what? You can only sell to people that buy PlayStation. So you know what? You might sell you a couple million, but you open up the PC market. Well, shoot, you might take that couple million and turn it into 10 million. Look at Black Myth Wukong. You know what? It exploded on the PC. You know what? You talking a game that probably should have sold 4 or 5 million to they sold 18 million before they even released a physical version of the game. You know what? The video game landscape is changing at a very rapid pace. Yeah, but once again, I'm still not a fan of digital games, man. You give these companies too much power. They can do whatever they want to. All right, let's see. It's been data mined. I'm not gonna read all that. Nintendo Life. Let's see. Anniversary, 8 years since Nintendo unveiled the Switch. That was a good time, man. When that bad boy dropped, it was a good time, man. I just remember really, really enjoying that whole reveal and watching it multiple times. Gigi says Amazon came out with a new e-reader, lots of new tech last week. Yeah, I did see that reader too, but once again, if I had my choice, it would be an iPad because it's so much more functional. That reader is if you're gonna read comic books or if you're a straight reading type of person, then it's absolutely. Matter of fact, I really want this thing called what is it called? It's like a note-taking device. What is it called? It's not e-reader, is it? No. Papermate, maybe? No. Not thinking about that's the thing that covers the iPad. But it's a device. It's like a you can draw on that bad boy and you can take notes on it. I like that. I could have used that for school. I use it for all kind of things. But my iPad, you can do the same thing, but it's just not in them same contexts. Yep, you're right. It's a lot of tech. A lot of tech. It was some good. Remarkable. That's it, Geeky. That is it. Remarkable. I want one of those things. Matter of fact, I wanted that on my Christmas list. I need to make sure that's on my Christmas list. D1 says, man, Helldivers 2 on the Steam Deck is almost looking as good as a console after recent update. Oh man, D1, why you say that to me? Cause listen, to be honest, that was my reasoning for waiting. I said, I know they're gonna improve Helldivers on this game before I pulled that trigger. And now, D1, I think you might have given me my Christmas game. Yeah, Helldivers. It's the other one I want to play too. Warhammer. I want to play that as well. I saw some video of Warhammer played on the Steam Deck, and it looked pretty good. I'll say, well, if it looked pretty good now, with a couple updates, it'd probably be A1 in a minute. So that's what I'm waiting on. But yeah, Geeky, I want me a Remarkable. I think that's a great little device. I like taking notes. I like to-do lists. That's my cup of tea. Let's see. So real quick, man, is there any game this year that you guys are overly excited for? I'm not overly excited for any one game this year. Like all of them was like, yeah, even like, Mario Party. I've never was a really big Mario Party fan. I played with the family and it was cool to play with the family, but it wasn't something that I played all the time. But I wish the Analogue 3D was coming out this year, but it's not coming out until March of next year. But them jokers sure enough took my money today. They was like, thank you. So I'll deal with that next year. Geeky said, My Sims. Says, My Sims, I pre-ordered it. Oh, yeah, I bet you did. He said, I was also excited about the Zelda Echoes game. Did you didn't get it, Geeky? Or you gonna wait for let that be a Christmas gift? I'm gonna wait I'm gonna try to play it before Christmas. I'm trying to get all my ducks in order so I can have some free time to myself during Christmas. So I can knock a couple games off. Says Echoes was good, Plunky Squire was good, but already out. Yeah, Plunky Squire is still pretty good. I need to finish it. Let's see. All right, well, I guess, you know what? I know Nintendo has a crazy sale going on right now for Halloween. I saw it on let's see if I can pull that up. All right, let's see if they list the games. All right, so these are the list of games they are currently going on your eShop. The original Resident Evil 4, $10 is not the best deal, but definitely one I would look at. Castlevania Anniversary Cadet Collection, $4. Oh, buddy, I'm about to buy that today just to have it in my collection. It can't be $4. Doom and Doom 2, $4. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection, $10. That's pretty good. Dead by Daylight, $12. Castlevania Advanced Collection, $12. Oh, that's pretty good too. Let's see. All right, Alien Isolation. I never owned this game. I said I wanted to buy it. $15 is not bad. I might have to look into that. Diablo 3, 1979. Disney Dream Light Valley Gold Edition, $41.99. Well, that's a lot. He said, I bought it, but haven't played it yet. Much of it yet. Yeah, I know. Life be life, and we be out here adulting, and people don't be understanding sometimes. It says there are 2 modes for Picross, free on the SNES part and a Switch, and partially Japanese text, Mario and puzzle. So Wario equal no time limit, but no hints, mistakes. Okay. So I find the Wario side harder. And this is in Picross, huh? Spyro Reunited Trilogy, $15.99. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, super good for $13.99. That is a steal. Doom Eternal Deluxe Edition, $17.49. That's not bad. Yeah, Alien Isolation is probably the game I'm going to pick up. That and the Castlevania collection, maybe. The Castlevania Anniversary Collection, I think I own that one already. Geeky says, I like Picross games. I need to get in. It's another series I never got into. I probably need to get into. All right, let's see. So that's the Nintendo eShop Halloween sale. You can't beat that. It took about 2 seconds for Nintendo's mystery Switch game to leak. I tell you, nobody was paying attention to that. All right, people, listen. I've looked through everything that Nintendo Switch gamer is surprised by hefty limited time price. Nope. Some Switch owners are having problems since the latest console update. I'm glad I didn't update. I still can't believe that clock is $100. That's still like kind of like mentally bothers me. Okay, let's maybe just show the pictures on here. Okay, no, they didn't show the pictures here. So the Nintendo Switch might have a significantly bulkier dock than the predecessor. Well, I'm assuming that dock is gonna have some form of function to make it bigger. So if it got the fan to keep it cool, I mean, I'm with that. That don't bother me. Nah. A larger dock could accommodate an active cooling system or a rotating input/output panel, something that Nintendo recently patented. Nintendo previously committed to unveiling the Switch 2 before March 31st of 2025. They better not wait till no March to reveal this thing. It's going to take away the luster. People going to be like, man, this is some bull, Nintendo. All right, good people. Don't forget to get yourself out there to vote. Your boy is going to go ahead and get over here to this wheel tonight. Oh, come on. You would have done that, wouldn't you? All right. Last call for those who might want to jump on. It's not a lot of people. It's only 13 people on the wheel. If I win tonight, I'm going to give it to my son, Joshua, who has been working pretty hard to keep his grades up. And he has been doing a lot more around the house since his brother has gone off to college. So if I win tonight, I'm going to give it to him and allow him to be able to get him a game to play this weekend. All right, without any further ado, good people, boys and girls, it is wheel time. And like Suicide and Michael J, as always puts out there, we got to hear the sheet first. So let me go ahead and get my music together. Boop, boop. All right. All right, without any further ado, our first batter up. What did the sheep say? What did the sheep say? Steve M. Uh-oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. Ooh, Steve M got played. Steve M. You out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're down to 12 people already. Who's up next to catch the flex will be our first loser tonight. It will be your boy. Ooh, it's Holly Pinky. I escaped.
You lose.
Holly Pinky was on the stream first, and she is out of here. We're down to 11. Who's up next to catch the flex? It will be Sonic, Knuckles, Tails. Peace out. Who's up next to catch the flex? It will be. It's your boy. Gamey Dad is out of here. No soup for you. All right. We're down to 9. Who's up left in the mix? It will be. Ooh. Oh. Quake 311. You are out of here. All right. Number 8 for the date. Don't be late. Old school, new school. Need to learn those. IR, Infinite Resurgent, you are out of here. Give him his theme music. Alrighty. Who's up next to catch the flex? And let this wheel spin for the win. Dub City.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You
lose.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. You gotta get ready for school. You gotta get ready for school. All right, who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be a geeky chick. Oh no. Oh no.
You lose.
All right. Down to 5. Ladies and gentlemen, our winner of the night. You know how we do our winners of the night, ladies and gentlemen. It will be the big homie himself. D1 is our winner tonight, but you know how we do.
Psych!
Better luck next time. Slugheads.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're down to our final 4. Up in the booth tonight, we got my son, Joseph Reed, is on the final 4 wheels of steel. CMG, representing the great state of New York. Supersonic Mockingjay, representing them Buffalo Bills. And last but not least, representing the great state of Texas, a geeky chick. All right, let's keep it rolling. That was 4. Now it can only be 3 because 1 got to beat it. Hee hee. Oh, it looks like it's going to be. Oh, Geeky Cat barked. Oh, my goodness. Geeky is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 4. Now we're down to 3. Can't you see what you do to me, Sonic? You outta here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is down to our final 2. CMG, the big homie, and my son going head to head in the final round. Nick Cannon's been on vacation, but you know what, man? Nick is back on the scene, crispy and clean. Hit him with the drums, please. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight's winner will be, my son Joseph bites the dust. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight's winner will be CMG. Kids, you know how we do. Show them some love. Man, we got through another episode. Can't even tell you what the number of the episode is because I forgot to put it in the notes. Look at that, boy. I was just so happy to be able to have time to get on here and stream with y'all. Now your boy get to go and do some homework till about maybe 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. But I got to get it in. I got to do some research. I got to talk to my teacher tomorrow. Boy, I'm a full student all over again. Big homie CMG, man. Listen, I get these winnings to you. Also, Supersonic Michael J, send me I think I owe you some too, so send me just a reminder on Discord, and I'll get that to you. All right, good people, man. Listen, thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight, man. Hope to see y'all again next Monday. Maybe next Monday we talking about some better things. Maybe talking about some Switch 2 reveal trailer. If that trailer gets announced at any point in time, we will have a stream that night for Shizzle My Nizzle. We will have a stream whenever I can get to a computer where I can settle down and kick it with y'all. We will definitely talk about that and replay that thing over and over and over to make those things happen. But until then, my friends, let me get my pray on for you today. If you got an opportunity, man, just bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for the Holy Spirit, and thank you for living inside of us, Lord. I pray, Lord, that we become more conscious of the things we introduce the Holy Spirit to. Sometimes we don't even think about, like, when we go, the Holy Spirit goes with us, and we got to be mindful of the things that we do and the things that we say, Lord. I just pray right now over those who are listening that you heal their tongue, because sometimes we say things to other people, Lord, that is not of you, Lord. I pray, Lord, that we be mindful of the things we say, Lord, that we be mindful of how we treat your children, Lord. Sometimes we forget, Lord, that as much as you love us, you also love them, Lord. So I just pray, Lord, that as a society, Lord, we become a better treater of other people, that we become a lover of other humans, that we want to treat them as we would want to be treated. I thank you for this wonderful opportunity, Lord. I pray that, Lord, that you bless those that are listening, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you bless their finances. I pray, Lord, you bless them spiritually, emotionally, and financially. I pray, Lord, that you bless their relationships with their spouses and their children, Lord. And I pray, Lord, that you bless their relationship with their parents and their family, Lord. I just pray, Lord, that you go before us, Lord, and make our path straight. And we thank you and we praise your holy name this wonderful evening. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. Good people, this is your boy Gaming Dad, man. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, man. This is episode 214. That's what you said, man. I appreciate you because I couldn't remember the last one. But 214 is in the books. We look forward to seeing you guys next week. Same time, same bat station. But in the immortal words of Don Cornelius from Soul Train, peace, love, and soul, good people. This is your boy Gaming Dad, and I'm Audi 5000G. Peace. Have a good week. Yeah, keep me in y'all prayers, man. You know, the devil don't want me, doing the things I do for the kids in my school, but you know what? He don't got no say so anyway. He already defeated. All right, good people. This is your boy, and I'm out. Peace.